Well, Donald Trump just exploded and told an entire group of people to go to hell. In fact, you guys are going to be floored by all the details surrounding why he said what he said. Let's go straight to his Truth Social page to get down to the nitty-gritty of what's going on here. But here's what he said. Merry Christmas to all, including to the wonderful soldiers of China who are lovingly but illegally, he says, operating the Panama Canal, where we lost 38,000 people and its building 110 years ago. Always making certain that the United States puts in billions of dollars in repair money, but we will have absolutely nothing to say about anything. Love how he worded that. Also, to Governor Justin Trudeau of Canada, whose citizens' taxes are far too high. But if Canada was to become our 51st state, their taxes would be cut by more than 60%. That is huge. Their businesses would immediately double in size, and they would be militarily protected like no other country anywhere in the world. Likewise, to the people of Greenland, which is needed by the United States for national security purposes. And who wants the U.S. to be there? And we will. Amazing things that he said. And by the way, this was posted on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, United States of America. And I love what he said in this whole thing before I get into the other one. But talking about Panama Canal, how we're basically repairing it, spending billions of our dollars, but we can't say anything about it. Laughable. How Canada's taxed to obliteration. And if they join us as the 51st state, hey, you've got 60% less in taxes. And of course, they're talking about our military and being the protector and Greenland. But he goes on to expand, and you guys are going to be floored by what he says in part 2 of this. But before I do, just a quick break from my sponsor. I want you guys to check out Noble Gold Investments by going to lisahavengold.com. Look, right now the economy is going crazy, but the good news is gold and silver have really maintained their values over the years. In fact, they have been skyrocketing. That is why you want to make sure that you have either a 401k, but even better, convert that into some kind of IRA that's backed by gold, silver, and precious metals. And Noble Gold Investments can do that for you. Fill out this information, click Get My Free Guide, and they're going to send you a free gold and silver investment guide, or call them up and let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven's channel. And by the way, they are giving away this silver coin here that you see on the screen. This thing is absolutely awesome. It's Lady Liberty on there, but they are giving this away with any approved plan, and up to 10 of them with any approved plan. So make sure you mention my name, but give them a call. If you want more information, click that more button or click the link in the description box below. And by the way, there's always a risk to investing. There's never a guarantee. And they also ship gold and silver to your house, by the way. Anyhow, let's dive into that second page, part 2 of what Donald Trump had to say. Take a look at this. Again, this is part 2 and on his Truth Social page. And he also posted this December 25th. So here's what he says on Christmas Day. He says, page 2, Merry Christmas to the radical left lunatics who are constantly trying to obstruct our court system and our elections and are always going after the great citizens and patriots of the United States, but in particular, their political opponent, me. They know that their only chance of survival is getting pardons from a man who has absolutely no idea on what he is doing. Also, and here it is, to the 37 most violent criminals who killed, who raped, and plundered like virtually no one before them, but were just given incredibly a pardon, or basically their sentences community had that wrong there, by Sleepy Joe Biden. I refuse to wish a Merry Christmas to those lucky souls, but instead will say, go to hell. Go to hell, he says. We have the greatest election in the history of our country. A bright light is now shining over the USA, and in 26 days, we will make America great again. Merry freaking Christmas. Amen to that. Go to hell, by the way. I'm going to repeat that to those who got their sentences commuted, the 37 people on death row who killed, raped, and plundered people. By the way, let me show you a little bit about this gift that Joe Biden gave to America and why he did it, by the way, which is even more shocking, is the why. You guys are going to be floored, but take a look here. Biden gives Christmas gift to vicious murderers, commutes sentences of nearly every death row inmate. It goes on. In a statement released on Monday, the White House announced that Biden had commuted the sentences of 37 of 40 total inmates on federal death row, including criminals convicted of carjacking, kidnapping, and murder and rape, by the way. Those individuals will have their sentences reclassified from execution to life without the possibility of parole. In other words, they're not going to die for their crimes. They don't get the death penalty, but they have to stay in prison for life, right? But it goes on to state this. It says Fox News, thankfully, supplied some of us with the information that the White House withheld, specifically what kind of victims were released or what kind of sentences were commuted. And here's what it says. Victims included a woman kidnapped and likely killed by co-defendants Brandy Basham and Chadwick Folks after they escaped from prison. A 12-year-old girl kidnapped and killed by Thomas Sanders, a prison guard killed by Anthony Battle, a special duty police officer killed by Daryl Lawrence during an attempted bank robbery, and 2 bank employees killed by Brandon Council. And that is the kind of people that Joe Biden gave a big fat thumbs up to the American people and the victims and said, I'm just going to let these people go. And by the way, I love what Daily Mail's or Maureen Callahan had to say regarding this, because she's absolutely right. There's a terrifying reason behind Biden's Christmas gift to child rapists and killers. Maureen Callahan exposes the cowardly depths of the president's latest acts. Now, we already know that he commuted the sentences and all of that. But the sad truth is he dumped this news the day before Christmas Eve. Of all days, you're going to do this the day before Christmas Eve? And one has to ask, why was it done the day before Christmas Eve? And there is absolutely a reason, and I agree with her on this. But of course, he hoped that the bulk of mainstream media would ignore it. That was one of the reasons, right? But no White House pressers were scheduled. Nothing was scheduled on Biden's public agenda. Our president in name only was attempting to slink away like the snake that he is. So he was attempting to hide this entire thing. And by the way, the reason why, here's what Maureen Callahan says, and I agree with her wholeheartedly. This is a president who is clearly hell-bent on burning it all down on his way out the door, making sure the American people, we poor saps, feel his rage at being pushed aside. All class that Joe Biden is. So I wholeheartedly agree. I think this was the big fat middle finger to the American people saying, ha, you voted me out. I wasn't allowed to be president again. Therefore, these are the actions I'm taking. It's either him or his administration's doing that, because we all know that he's not really there. So I'm sure he was encouraged by somebody in the cabinet to do that. Here, just sign right here, old man. Of course, he signed. So it's his entire administration, whoever's really pulling the strings there, because it ain't him, giving us the big, fat, friendly middle finger. Merry Christmas. We're going to commute these sentences of career criminals. Meanwhile, Democrats are out there actually justifying this act. Take a look what Congresswoman Anaya Presley had to say. She's about as radical left as they go. There is no action more powerful or righteous than sparing someone's life, and today POTUS is doing just that. My full statement on the historic death penalty clemency actions, and you guessed it right, she brings in racism. She blames it on racism, and these people were freed for racism. And the death penalty, she says right here, the death penalty, and it's that second sentence, is a racist, flawed, and fundamentally unjust punishment that has no place in any society. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to read the rest of it because it's just downright insane. So we're going to let these people out of the death penalty because, racism. Wow. Interesting. So black people can't commit crimes and have to suffer for it? Or Hispanic people? No, I think if you commit a crime, you're going to jail, girl. Don't matter what color of your skin is. I mean, this is stupid. Stupid stuff. It should never matter what the color of your skin is. I don't care who you are. If you do something bad, you answer for it. If you do something good, well, good stuff should come to you, no matter the color of your skin. But here she is making this a whole thing about that and praising his actions. Imagine if you were one of the victims. It's just sad, really sad. Anyhow, I hope you all are doing well. Please get on over to restrictedrepublic.com. By the way, we put out a full version of the Christmas video there from Justice Knight and myself, and it is free to watch, by the way. So you can check that out on restrictedrepublic.com. But if you want to subscribe, I really encourage you, check it out, check some of the videos there. But go there and watch the full version so you guys can check out our Christmas holiday with the kids and dogs and everything. Anyhow, I hope that each and every single one of you had an amazing Christmas holiday week, and looking forward to the new year. Anyhow, I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.